Hey Book Dragons, welcome back to my channel. It is time for another book tag video. Here we go. So I was not tagged in this by anyone, but I've seen a few other booktubers do it, and that is the book dating history tag. It sounded kind of fun, and so I thought I'd just go for it. I hope you really enjoy it as much as I did watching some of the others that other people made. And make sure you subscribe and all that stuff on the screen here. Help support my channel. Share with your friends if you enjoy my content. Maybe they'll enjoy my content too. And here we go. So the first question on here is, what book was your first love? This is a pretty tough question, actually, because it's kind of two things. One of the first fantasy books I read anyway, that I really fell in love with was The Sword of Shannara, and this was way back in junior high school, I think. That I had started reading that one, and then for whatever reason I never finished it at the time, and then I finished it when I was much older. But then the book that really captivated me and really got me back into reading was The Lord of the Rings. So I would probably say that that's my first true love, the first passion for a book that I really ever experienced to a significant degree. And I didn't start reading that until I was late 20s. So yeah, so that I was quite a bit older when I fell in love with Lord of the Rings, but I would say that was it. Yeah. Let's go on to the next question. What is your favorite genre? Fantasy, of course. And what book do you really like outside your genre? What book? Only one book? So, Dune is my sci-fi pick. Murder on the Orient Express is my mystery pick. Okay, so I could probably do steampunk as well, although I think that's technically within the realm of fantasy, but I really enjoyed The Aeronaut's Windlass by Jim Butcher, so that would be my steampunk pick. So I've got a few. Okay. Catfishing. What book catfished you? Was it good or bad? So if you're not familiar with catfishing, it just basically means that somebody is promoting themselves as being someone who they really aren't. There's a lot of scams in the dating world and stuff like that nowadays. So, and this wasn't a scam, of course, but my understanding of the book Neuromancer was much different than the book actually was. In fact, I DNF'd that book. I just was not into it at all. And I got halfway through the book. I got like 50% of the way through the book, and I did not enjoy it, so I DNF'd it. So yeah, Neuromancer, it sounded a lot cooler from the blurb than it actually ended up being. So yeah, that book did that for me. Does size really matter? Well now, what matters more? Sorry. What matters more to you, the length of a book or the ocean of emotion? I think the ocean of emotion for me. I really like a book that grips me in my deepest emotional core. There's just something about being emotionally riveted by a book that draws me into it. And that's what I think that's why I'm so much of a character-focused reader. I love really well-written characters and I love knowing all the ins and outs of their lives and things like that. So Ocean of Emotion, definitely. Although I do like a chunky book. I don't mind that at all. If it's a good story and it's well paced, I don't mind a big, thick book. So, Out of Your League. Name a book that was way out of your league, but you went for it anyway. Oh, wow. This would have to be The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. It is much different than Lord of the Rings. The prose is very purple, I think they say nowadays, purple prose. The prose is very, very thick. It's extremely high English as opposed to the more middle-of-the-road English in Lord of the Rings. Even though the Lord of the Rings can appear archaic to some people at times, I'm sure, the Silmarillion is much more so. So that book was definitely out of my league. It took me months to read the Silmarillion in its entirety, but I did it. I made it through, and I would do it again. It'll probably be a quicker read now if I ever do it again, but yeah, that book was out of my league. Kiss, Marry, or Kill. Name 3 books. One that you would kiss, one that you would marry, and one that you would kill. Well, I would kiss The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. I would marry The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. And I would kill Twilight. All the Twilight books. Yes, you heard me right. Edward, I am coming for you. And I am bringing Blade and Buffy with me. We are coming to kill you ass. Did I just say that? I said that, didn't I? Okay, let's move on. I did not read the Twilight books, by the way. I was not wasting my time with that. No offense to anybody who likes them. Okay, just, you know, if you enjoy them, that's great. Shiny vampires are just not my thing. Alright, so The Ex You Just Can't Let Go Of. What book do you keep going back to? And actually, I don't have one. I mean, if I broke up with a book, I don't know any that I would go back to be honest with you. I don't think. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go back to any of the books that I broke up with. Yeah, so that just won't happen. I guess you never say never, right? But at least in my mind, I don't think I would. Friend-zoned. Name the book you know will be a good book, but you're kind of into this other book for now. Okay. I read multiple books at once, and they all know about it. Yeah, I have usually at least 2 or 3 books going at once, and it just depends on my mood in any given day, so I couldn't say there's one that I'm more into than the others right now. It just depends on my mood for the day. So yes, I date multiple books at once. Woo! Yeah. Let's get nosy. Tag 3 or more people and let them spill the tea on their book dating history. So I don't know of anybody offhand who hasn't done this one, but I have some guesses, so I'm just going to give a couple here, and I'll link their channels in the description below. There's Ariel from Reading and Whatnot, and Andrew from Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and I'm also going to tag Sarah from Sarah Reads. And that will be it. So, hope you enjoyed this book tag. If you are a booktuber and you would like to do this tag, feel free and let me know in the comments once you've done it so I can check out your video. And make sure that you're staying tuned to my channel And I think that about does it, folks. Make sure you're reading more books. I'll chat with you later.